Hey, Matt here. Hope you're doing all right. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about business models, one of the best online business models to make a lot of money, consistent, passive, faceless income. That's been one of the best business models for a very, 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 very long time, but it's just recently changed, right? And the barriers to entry have been decimated, right? And that's called software as a service, right? So software as a service is subscription-based online software. So Calendly, have you heard of Calendly? It's a calendar booking app. So when people want to have calls, they might have a Calendly booking link. Somebody comes to the calendar, chooses a time, books in a time with you. That software, Calendly, made $236 million, I think it was, in 2023, something like that. In 1 year, $236 million. It's just a simple calendar booking app. It ain't even that good. It's not like some groundbreaking software. Now, other software as a service that is groundbreaking, in my opinion, things like Canva. Maybe you've used Canva. It's like a digital art package. It's like Photoshop for like online people, but simpler than Photoshop and a lot more focused on, like, if you want to create some marketing materials or something like that, Canva is great, and it's browser based. So you go onto the cloud, you go onto the website and use it in your browser, and you can design stuff from templates and drag and drop and all that stuff in your browser, and it's really, 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 really well made software. So Calendly, simple as anything, but solves the problem and does it pretty well. I don't think it's excellent. When I click around in Calendly, I'm like, who came up with this? Like, I don't love it. I mean, it does the basics very well, but I don't love it. It could be better, it could be easier. As easy as it seems. Like, sometimes I'm just like, how do I do this thing? And I'm clicking around, and then I click into a weird menu and oh, it's there. But it didn't make no sense for it to be there. But it's like 276 million or something like that in 1 year, which presumably it's gone up now. Like, I don't know what kind of money Canva makes, but it must be a fortune, because that is miraculous software. And then even things like Wix. Like, I don't know if you've used Wix, but it's like a website builder, but it's browser based. So you don't download any software, you don't install any software. You go on your browser, you log in, and you can create websites by dragging and dropping and stuff. Seemingly miraculous stuff, less so these days, but especially when these tools first came out, like Canva, like Wix, seemingly miracle software. And then you've got little old Calendly, simple app. But like, that's software as a service. Essentially, it's like subscription-based software. So you pay usually a monthly or annual, but usually a monthly fee to have access to the software as a service online. Amazing business model. But it's just recently changed, because before, and I've done this business model for, I don't know how many years it is now, but we must be approaching 10 years that I've had multiple software as a service business models over the recent years, been building them. Got a lot of experience in this space as a non-technical founder. So I'm a founder of a bunch of software as a service businesses. A founder is just software as a service's cool name for kind of like CEO or like creator, like founder, like starter person. The person that creates one is a founder. So I'm a non-technical, no-code founder. Now, all of our software I've built on all different platforms. You don't need to know this jargon, but like Python and Django, C#, all manner of different things. So there's different programming languages, and they all essentially do the same thing, but it's like a different language. So I can communicate in French if I know French, and you're speaking French. If you don't know French, you can communicate maybe in English or maybe in Russian or whatever. It's like the computer languages are like that. They're all for the computer language or the programming languages, so a normal person can talk to the computer and get it to do stuff. And Python is one language, like Russian. Ruby is another language, and PHP, done a lot in PHP, that's another language. So it's like different languages, but it's all computer speak. Now, there's a new language now that's changed the game, and it's essentially AI and AI agents. Now you don't need to know a computer programming language. The AI and the AI agents do the translation, if you like. So you talk to it in natural English. I don't mean you write code in English. I mean you write natural English, like put me a sign up button there. And there it is. Make it smaller, get smaller. Make it blue with a soft shadow on it. Boom, blue with a soft shadow on it. So we can now speak natural language to the AI and AI agents, and then they turn that natural language into code. And they are like highly experienced senior devs, but they're 100 times faster. I would dare say it's a lot more than 100 times, maybe 10,000 times faster. 10,000 times faster, 10,000 times cheaper, and arguably 10,000 times better than your average dev. And they're getting better all the time. So you needed to hire people that spoke these computer programming languages to create software as a service before a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago. The whole time I've been building software as a service, you needed to either be able to speak computer languages, so like you needed to be able to program in Python or C# or Ruby or PHP. You needed to be able to understand those languages that the computers understand, so you could create this software as a service business. And if you couldn't understand that and speak it, and I couldn't, you had to hire somebody that could. So we've had large teams of developers, devs, coders that speak computer languages, and we've paid them to bring our visions to life. And then we've installed management and marketing people and customer service and all that stuff, and we've built businesses around software as a service with small teams of devs that build the software because they speak computer language. Now, we still have those devs, but we won't be hiring any new devs. We won't be adding any human devs now because the game has changed, and now AI and AI agents are able to do what human devs can do a lot faster, a lot cheaper, and arguably a lot better. Unless you've got a genius coder on your team, and we've got some smart coders. Like, I'm not saying that the AI is slam dunk better than every human coder out there, but then your average junior to senior dev, the AI and AI agents are now 10 times better, 10 times faster, 10 times cheaper. And I say 10 times just for the ease of saying it. It's not, it's hundreds of times, if not thousands of times, all of those things. Faster, easier, cheaper. So what used to take like 3 years, or 2 or 3 years, like a 2-3 man team, and hundreds of thousands of dollars can now be take minutes, not even months. So what would have took years will now take minutes, hours, days, weeks, and it used to take months or years, right, to do stuff. So to create software as a service, subscription-based software that you can sell, that solves a problem very well. So oftentimes another good example is to look for, if you're creating a software as a service business, you'd look for B2B, so business to business niches, whereby maybe they need some software to help solve a problem in their business so they can make money. So if you can find a problem that's painful enough for a business owner, so they do this same repetitive task or the same difficult task or again and again, and it's painful, there's some pain or cost attached to doing that task. If you can create some software that solves that problem, then you could sell that to that business owner and they'll pay month after month after month for you to solve that problem for them via your software as a service. So that's essentially what the business model is. The only difference is now you can get AI and AI agents to build the software for you. So it removes the technical barrier to the software as a service business that there was 12 months ago, 24 months ago, 36 months ago and beyond. So whilst I've been paying expensive devs that by the very nature of coding it's a slow process, a frustrating process. While I've been paying them to take maybe months to create one feature, whilst they're bug fixing and while they're doing this and while they're juggling lots of things. I'm not saying it's easy. It's slow, it's complicated, it's frustrating using humans to build your software as a service businesses. They don't always understand your vision, and oftentimes when they bring your vision to life, a new feature, say, maybe it doesn't work for a subset of users, so they have to debug it. And it's just a frustration-filled process that requires massive amounts of patience and deep pockets. Until now it's like minutes, not months to do stuff, because the AI and the AI agents do it really shockingly well. And the thing is, these AI tools and these AI agent tools are getting better and better all the time. So each day that goes past, they don't get worse, they always get better. And there's an arms race between the AI and the AI agents and the people that create these AI tools. There's an arms race. So one of them does something really well, and they announce this thing's doing really well, and then this next thing's doing really well. So they're all in competition with each other, so the boundaries keep getting pushed. Scary. It's not growing exponentially, it's growing hyper exponentially. So we're essentially just going straight up, technologically speaking. AI and AI agents, especially in this software as a service space, are just getting smarter and better at what they do, meaning that non-technical founders like me and like you can now create software that you can sell on a subscription-based basis, so that you can earn a faceless, recurring, passive income month after month. It's not uncommon for small, very micro SaaS projects to make 5, 10K a month. I'm talking tiny little projects make 5, 10K a month. Like, you could make 20K a month, 50K a month, 100K a month, and that would still be in the territory of a very small project. Like I say, Calendly, last I knew, was doing north of $200 million a year from what my research told me. $200 million a year. It's not even that expensive. So there's a lot of people using that tool to solve a very simple problem. They need booking, calendar bookings. So like a coaching business, like what I've got one-to-one students, I've got group coaching students. If I need to book in calls for those students, then I can make my availability on Calendly, and then they can see my availability and they can book a time slot. And then I can hook Zoom up to it, and Calendly and Zoom work together to create a link under that meeting, so that I don't have to set up Zoom. I just click the link and it opens a Zoom, and it's specific for that person. They get the link, I get the link, all done automatically, and that's automated via Calendly. It solves a problem. As a coaching or online coach, I need to set up appointments with people to take calls, and it makes it very, very easy for me to do that on a recurring or one-off basis. So I pay my $12 a month or whatever it is to be a Calendly subscriber. So this is the software as a service business model. You can sell for a very low price to a whole lot of people, or you can sell for a mid-ticket price to a whole lot of people, or a few people, or whatever. And you can sell for a high price to a whole lot of people. The costs don't really increase that much for a typical software as a service business based on how many customers you've got. So you could service 1,000 customers almost as easily as you can service 100 customers, especially if your software is well built. So if you've got help files in there, it's going to reduce customer service. But the software typically scales on its own with the amount of users you've got. So you create the software once, and then people can subscribe to that software on an automated basis, passively, facelessly. They don't have to know it's you that owns the software. It has a sales page that can sell 24/7, and when they become a customer, if they like your software, they'll become a customer in month 2. And then if they still like your software and it's very sticky, it solves a problem really well that they've got in their business or in their life, then they'll recur to be month 3, and then they recur to be month 4. So each customers that you add stacks on top of each other. You get something called churn, so you get some people leaving per month, but let's say you add 10 new customers every month, but 2 churn. it means you've got all the customers from before, minus 2, and you've got 8 new ones. So month 1, you might have 20 customers, and 8 people add themselves, but 2 people leave. Then you enter month 2 with those same bunch of customers from month 1, but then the extras from month 2. So the idea being, as you add customers, your income, hopefully, all being well, should grow over time. Obviously, I'm trying to simplify this explanation, and I realize if this is the first time you've been hearing it, it might be a bit like, whoa, what's he talking about? But essentially, it's just online subscription-based software, but instead of paying humans to do it, which is what I've done for the best part of 10 years and still do, you now use AI and AI agents to create what I've done as a no-code, non-technical founder. I'm not a tech guy, I'm not a developer, I'm not a coder, I don't know computer language. What I've done as an internet marketer, I do know bigger picture stuff. I am an entrepreneur. I do know do know sales and marketing. I do know how to put a product together from a feature set point of view and unique selling point of view. The only bit I can't do in that business is the coding, the speaking computer language to the computer to make it do stuff, right? That's the only bit I can't do, which is why I've hired people to do that. But now AI and AI agents do that. So now you could do what I did, right? You could build a passive income of 10, 20, 50, 100K a month, building a software as a service business, looking at the bigger picture, putting the jigsaw pieces together, not crafting the jigsaw itself. You're just there to put the pieces together in order so that you've got a business, so you can build an income stream. And the bit you couldn't do that I used to pay devs for, you can now do using artificial intelligence. And it's like magic when you see that AI and AI agents creating what would have took months or years before in minutes. You will be shocked if you look at it for the first time. So that's what I'm going to talk about on this channel. I'm going to talk about how you can create your own AI, software as a service business, using AI and AI agents to do the bits that I can't do and that you can't do unless you're a coder, and how to put it all together so that you can generate a passive, faceless income in your spare time with very little capital going in, and hopefully grow that income over time as you add more users. And like I say, you're not going to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars and spend years getting to the point whereby you have an MVP or a minimum viable product, something available to sell. You're not going to take years and hundreds of thousands of dollars to do that. You're going to do it in weeks or months by vibe coding, right? This is what they call it. So you take the AI and the AI agents, you talk natural language to them to create a product that you can then sell. And these AI and AI agents take care of all the server hosting, they take care of the deployment of the software, they take care of the OAuth or the authorization, so adding login screens, they take care of like the Stripe integration so you can take payments. They do it all. You can do it all using these AI and AI agents. So as much as I want you to take away from this, look, you can now become a non-technical, no-code founder for a few $100s. That's the cost of their AI and AI agents, as opposed to a few $100,000 and taking years. You can now become one, because everything that you couldn't do before, you can now do with AI and AI agents. Even things like writing the sales letter, you can use AI for it. Everything, you can essentially do the whole shebang from start to finish using AI and AI agents. So yeah, that's what we're going to talk about on the channel going forward. I'm going to help you explore this new world of software as a service using specifically AI and AI agents to build it. I think this is probably the best business model you've ever seen, especially that's accessible to normal people. Huge industry, growing industry. Yeah, at some point, it'll probably be that easy to create apps with AI and AI agents that you can just go, clone me this and make it a little bit better, and it'll go do it. But we're not there yet, and we may be potentially years away from that happening. So before that happens, you can get first mover advantage, whereby it still requires you to apply yourself to create this software and actually create it as a real business, but it's a whole lot easier, faster and cheaper than it's ever been before, meaning that normal people with no coding experience and no entrepreneurial experience can now build real businesses with just an idea. And you don't even have to have a unique idea. I've got all manner of strategies that you can generate ideas from to create one of these businesses, and they're amazing. It's an amazing business model. So anyway, it's a long video. Hit the thumbs up if you want to see more videos like this and you want me to delve deeper into the AI software as a service business model. If you've got any questions specifically, enter them down below and I'll either answer them in the comments or I'll consider making a video on an upcoming video on that question. So yeah, let me know what you think and I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.